Hello and welcome to Deadline Northeast, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Skyrim and here are the top stories of today's program. Authorities in Northeast India set up COVID care centers to tackle the pandemic. Mizoram inaugurates its first golf course resort. And Shillong pays tribute to Tagore on 79th death anniversary. The number of COVID-19 cases are on the rise in the northeastern states, and the authorities are gearing up to tackle the pandemic by setting up COVID care centers. Plasma donation camps are also being organized to treat the seriously ill COVID-19 patients. We have a report.
The state governments in northeastern India have stepped up their multi-pronged operation to stem the spread of the pandemic. While on one side, the authorities have been pushing for comprehensive preventive measures, a rampant infrastructure have been developed on the other side to bring the infected numbers down. A 150-bed COVID care center was recently inaugurated in line of Assam's efforts to expand its exclusive facilities to counter the challenge posed by the deadly coronavirus. The government's fight has received an additional wing with citizens providing overwhelming support to its endeavors. A private organization, Marwari Yuva Manch, held a plasma donation camp in capital Guwahati, where a large number of people who have recovered from the disease participated. Earlier, in a heroic effort, the organization had saved a health worker's life by transporting plasma from Guwahati to Dibrugarh, a 450-kilometer distance.
कोविड के अगेंस्ट हमारा स्ट्रेटजी जो है अब क्लियर हो गया है. टेस्टिंग हम लोग कंसंट्रेट कर रहे हैं. जितना भी पॉपुलेटेड क्राउडेड एरिया है, चाय बागान है, आपका बाज़ार एरिया है, कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेसिंग है, संस्थाएं हैं, इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, जहाँ से भी कोविड का हमें रिपोर्ट आ रहा है या फिर जो हमारा कम्युनिटी सर्वेलेंस चल रहा है, जहाँ पे भी माइल्ड फीवर या रेस्पिरेटरी इलनेसेस इनका रिपोर्टिंग आ रहा है, इन्फ्लुएंजा लाइक सिम्टम्स का रिपोर्टिंग आ रहा है, वहाँ पे हम लोग एक इंटेंसिव टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं.
Meanwhile, the state of Manipur has increased its everyday testing capacity. 13 new COVID-19 centers have also been set up. Government is also working at the rapid expansion of the exclusive COVID centers to accommodate the rising count of the patients.
Government is taking up so many measures like the recruitment of this 150 nurses and 100 multitasking staffs at the Directorate Health. At the same time, all the districts are authorized to appoint 12 nurses and 12 multitasking staff to support their areas. And from tomorrow also, the recruitment for the 100 doctors to support the COVID management.
The state of Mizoram, which has so far been least affected by the menace of the pandemic, is taking stern administrative measures to flatten the curve. Few areas including Darpui Venthor and Mission Ventlang have gone into complete lockdown to prevent community transmission.
Top kan chua chau zela poi ke ni hianin a thulani ti hi ka soima sadwa tin Mizoram chunga COVID-19 case ni tin hian tun hai hian kan pung ve zela a kan case nei te hi zirchian na tanga alolan dan chuan para military forces kanti BSF te.
While the state of Northeast have witnessed a surge in the past few days, the governments have been successful at pushing the peak point and flattening the curve. All regions have shown a healthy positivity rate with one of the lowest mortality rates in the country. To curb the rising cases in the state, the government of Arunachal Pradesh recently inaugurated the state's first exclusively dedicated COVID-19 hospital in capital Itanagar.
आज जो यहाँ पे हम लोग टेम्परेरी जो यहाँ पे कोविड हॉस्पिटल MLA अपार्टमेंट का जो डेडिकेट किया है तो सबसे पहले तो मैं अपना ऑनरेबल स्पीकर साहब सोनान जी को, इसके बाद डेप्यूटी स्पीकर एहसान मोहम्मद जी और जितने भी हमारा कलीग्स ऑनरेबल एमएलएस हैं, पूरे 60 जो असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी का सभी ऑनरेबल एमएलएस को हम धन्यवाद देना चाहेगा, क्योंकि जो ये प्रपोजल हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट से जो हमारे पास आया, मैं तुरंत एमएलए लोगों से डिस्कस किया तो उन लोग ने कहा कि आपको जो भी डिसीजन लेना है आप पूरा विद फ्री हैंड आप लीजिएगा।
The hospital is equipped with 10 ICU beds, suction apparatus and ventilators, a labor room, a neonatal ICU and many more upscale facilities.
Youths from the Northeast region have proved their mettle once again. Out of the 829 candidates who recently cleared the Civil Services Examination 2019, 11 candidates were from the northeastern states. Let's listen to some of the successful candidates and get to know about their motivation and preparation strategies. We bring you a special report.
A total of 11 candidates from the Northeast region successfully cleared the 2019 Civil Services Examination, including Indian Administrative Service, Indian Foreign Service and Indian Police Service, conducted by the Union Public Service Commission. The results were announced on August 4th. Of the 829 qualified candidates, 304 are from the general category. From the Northeast states, 5 candidates were from Assam, 2 each from Manipur and Sikkim, and 1 from Tripura and Nagaland. Assam's Aranyak Saikia secured 59th rank, Sijal Agarwal from Jorhat secured 112th rank, Richard Yanthan from Nagaland secured 133 rank, Nongjoy Muhammad Ali Akram Shah from Manipur got 188th rank, Parikshit Thodam from Manipur bagged 373, Yangchen Doma Bhutia from Sikkim secured 677, Nibedita Datta from Assam secured 697, Tapan Deka from Assam secured 766, Kishore Sutradhar from Assam secured 784, Diman Chakma from Tripura secured 722 and Zendan Lingzerpa from Sikkim secured 794 rank.
Civil services is an exam which is extremely competitive. There are lakhs of students who appear for the preliminary exam every year. And the selection is for less than 1,000 students. So you should know that you might not make it in the first attempt, not in the second, maybe not even in the third. But if you really, really want to clear civil services and serve your nation, you have to be a go-getter. Don't give up on the exam. If you persevere, if you are disciplined, if you work hard enough, you will definitely be able to clear this exam.
From Manipur, Nongjoy Muhammad Ali Akram Shah secured the 188th rank. Ali Akram Shah is a computer science graduate from National Institute of Technology, Manipur. Manipur's Parikshit Thodam, who bagged 373 rank, gave out some exceptionally important hints for applicants getting ready for the CAC test and procedures on approach, adjusting it to 3 phases. Thodam is an alumnus of Sainik School in Imphal.
I got to know around 11 o'clock today in the morning from one of my friend. I thought he was joking. In fact, I got angry to him ki, why do you have to make such a joke? Like, this is such a lame joke. I did not know how to tell my parents that time. So I thought, I'll just call them, both of them in just one room. I called my sister, I called all of them. I just set them down and then I told them. And we all, in a way, cried also. We smiled, we laughed. I mean, it was a very mixed emotion, mixed reaction.
Meanwhile, taking to Twitter, Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb congratulated 722 rank holder Diman Chakma for his success in the UPSC exams.
I think it's my hard work and overall perseverance has finally paid off this time. To all the my friends from the Northeast or anywhere, I would like to say that it doesn't matter actually where we come from or what our background is. What actually in the end it matters is like how determined and how much hard work we put in for achieving our dreams.
The CAC 2020, which was scheduled to be held on May 31st, was rescheduled to October 4 given the novel coronavirus pandemic.
The small wisdom is like water in a glass, clear, transparent, pure, said Rabindranath Tagore. From mystical romanticism to patriotism, Rabindranath Tagore left no stone unturned in the realm of artistic expression. The poet has a special heart for Shillong. On his 79th death anniversary, a special program was organized at Brookside in Shillong. Here's more.
Rabindranath Tagore is one of those great masters of literature whose works hardly left any human emotion untouched. He is one of the most celebrated visitors to the hill station of Shillong, and he had an indelible space for the picturesque town in his heart. To commemorate his 79th death anniversary, a special program was held on the 7th of August at Brookside, Shillong. A century ago, the Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore made his maiden visit to Shillong in 1919. He spent 3 weeks at Brookside, a bungalow in the Rilbong locality belonging to the then Chittagong Assistant Commissioner Kiran Chandra De.
যেটা আপনারা সবাই জানেন যে শিলংয়ের পটভূমিতে লেখা এবং শেষের কবিতায় সেই নাটকীয় গাড়ির ধাক্কা যেটা লেগেছিল ক্যামেলস ব্যাক রোড বলে একটি রাস্তায় আমি তার খুব কাছেই বসে আছি শিলং রাজভবনে অমিতাভ লাবণ্যর গাড়ির মধ্যে ধাক্কা আর অন্য বইটি হচ্ছে রক্তকরবী শেষের কবিতা কিন্তু শিলংয়ে বসে লেখেননি কবিগুরু উনি ব্যাঙ্গালোর গিয়ে লিখেছিলেন
On the occasion, floral tributes were paid to Tagore's statue in front of the cottage. Adhering to COVID-19 protocols, the event was embedded with Tagore's songs and poetries performed by the locals. In view of the current situation, altogether, 15 people attended his death anniversary program.
This is a place where our Nobel laureate Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore stayed in October 1919, and we are extremely thankful to the state government of Meghalaya Department of Arts and Culture that they have given us this chance to observe this occasion.
Infused by the serendipity of Shillong, Tagore wrote many books including Rakta Karabari, Shesher Kabita, Yoga Yug and many more. During his last visit to Shillong, Tagore stayed at Sidli House at Upland Road, Laitu Mukhda in 1927.
He is a very renowned writer. Here in Shillong, he has written the Farewell to My Friend Shesher Kabita, which is very famous. In the year 1913, he was the first non-European to get the Nobel Prize because of his collection of poems, Gitanjali. So today it's a very big honor for us to celebrate this day.
Tagore was the first non-European to win the prestigious Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913. He passed away in 1941.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
After a pause of 9 months, the National Socialist Council of Nagaland, ISEC Muiwa, NSCN-IM, resumed peace talks with the central government in the national capital. The NSCN-IM delegation was led by Ato Kilonsar T.H. Muiwa and the centre was represented by 2 serving additional directors of the Intelligence Bureau, A.K. Mishra and Northeast in charge, Arvind Singh. Acting on a tip-off, Gauripur Police of Dubri district arrested 2 persons with 60 packets of Yaba tablets, which they were carrying in a 4-wheeler. The accused have been identified as Anarul SK and Ajizul Islam. According to reports, the accused were coming from Chagolia towards Gauripur. The police have also seized the 4-wheeler bearing number AS17G5709 in which they were travelling. The Indian Institute of Technology Guwahati and RR Animal Healthcare Limited have been successful in jointly developing and delivering large quantities of affordable COVID-19 related diagnostic kits. With this initiative, IIT Guwahati has become the first institute in the country to demonstrate an efficient model to develop import substitute COVID-19 kits. These kits are now being supplied regularly in large quantities to the National Health Mission Assam and several hospitals across the country.
In the recent Mahatma Gandhi National Award 2020, 14 personalities from various parts of the country were felicitated for their valued contribution to humanity, peace and prosperity in the society. Among the awardees, 2 women were from northeast region of Assam and Nagaland.
Rebecca Changija is one of the few filmmakers from Nagaland whose work has recently gone down the pages of history and has brought pride to the northeast region.
These days,
filmmaking is majorly a male-dominated sphere, and Rebecca's penetration and excelling in the field speaks volumes about her talent. She was recently conferred with the Mahatma Gandhi National Award 2020 on the occasion of the 4th International Web Conference on Mahatma Global Peace Forum. Mahatma Gandhi Global Peace Forum is a registered organization to promote the culture of peace around the world through arts, culture and education. Rebecca was awarded the first female producer from Nagaland for promoting the northeastern region and local talent in Bollywood. She is also the founder of the Northeast Unsung Heroes Red Carpet Social Award.
I grew up watching Chandraganda, Cinderella, Mowgli, all those 90s. So to work there, it's like a dream come true. 2007, I went to Mumbai because that was the only destination I always dreamed for. Journey was not easy. The moment I landed Mumbai, I realized the actual struggle that people go through. The stardom we get, actually it was never overnight.
She has associated with movies including Te Amo, The Dark Secret of Tony, Little Boy in Arunachal Pradesh, Nani Teri Morni among others. The Dark Secrets of Tony, a Hindi movie based on real stories of black magic practiced in Chhattisgarh and in some parts of the northeastern region, was produced by Rebecca. From Assam, Jutika Mahanta, a Mumbai-based entrepreneur, was conferred with Mahatma Gandhi National Award. She is a Mumbai-based community worker who has been endeavoring to work for the welfare of the Assamese community while at the same time establishing new prospects for Assam across the globe.
I am extremely excited and grateful for receiving Mahatma Gandhi National Award 2020. I am grateful to Mahatma Gandhi Global Peace Forum for considering me for my home state Assam. It really feels good to be acknowledged. It really feels good to get certified for my hard work. It keeps me running and motivates me to do more and more jobs. I look forward to continue doing what I do. I look forward to contribute for my home state and for entire Northeast.
Jutika has also distributed thousands of masks and sanitizers to orphanage homes, old age homes, slums, women hostels in various parts of Mumbai.
Moving on, the much-awaited Thenjol Golf Course Resort was recently inaugurated via video conferencing in Mizoram from New Delhi. Mizoram is now among the few Indian states that has world-class golf resorts. The entire golf course has been planned and created to provide fine quality of golfing experience to tourists. Have a look.
Nestled in southern tips of the northeastern region,
Mizoram holds great potential to give a lift to India's tourism industry. To give much needed impetus on the golf tourism of the state, the first ever Thinsol Golf Resort was inaugurated recently in Mizoram. The golf course is about 90 km from state capital Aizawl. The Thinsol Golf Course is one of the biggest golf courses in India, engulfed with lustrous green mountains, picturesque landscape and exotic flora and fauna. The inaugural function at Aizawl was attended by Mizoram Tourism Minister Robert Romavia Royte and other officials. At the inauguration event, Union Minister of State for Tourism suggested Mizoram's tourism industry to be ready for post-COVID-19 era and assured that project funds would not be delayed.
मिजोरम को एक अच्छी उपलब्धि के लिए मैं हृदय से आपको बधाई देता हूँ। बीमारी कितना विकराल रूप लेगी इसका पता नहीं है। टूरिज्म को बड़ा नुकसान हुआ है और नुकसान तब रुकेगा जब लोगों का टूर एंड ट्रैवल शुरू होगा।
This project was sanctioned under Swadesh Darshan Northeast Circuit at Thinsol and South Zote District Sarchip and Rake, with a sanction amount of 92.25 crore rupees, out of which an amount of 64.48 crore rupees was sanctioned for various components at Thinsol, including the golf course.
The project is aimed to enhance golf tourism in India to a new level with exceptional hospitality services, picturesque landscape and favorable climatic conditions. The golf resort is built within an area of 105 acres and has a play area of 75 acres with 18 holes.
The golf course, designed by Canada-based golf course architectural firm Graham Cook and Associates, is the first of its kind in the northeastern region. It is ornate with 30 ecolog huts, 8 gazebos, a cafeteria and open-air theatre, a convention centre and watchtowers which provide 360-degree views of the entire golf course.
It's a glorious for Mizoram tourism. So it's a fine place for Thinsol Golf Course, and it's a fine place, and the golf course is the biggest in Northeast.
Located in Thinsol, home to the highest waterfall of the state, Wontong Falls, this golf course covers a total site area of 105 acres and play space of 75 acres. Designed to have facilities of international standards, the golf has a 18-hole golf course with a sharing fairway and automated irrigation system.
With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. Like and subscribe Roving Report YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Karim Zimik signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and take care.